Hi guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you a haul of yard sale items that Eric and I have purchased recently. So I did post up 2 different yard sale footages. So this would be from the first yard sale footage that you saw. So I'm a little bit behind. Usually I like to do a footage, a haul, and that kind of thing. But I put up 2 footages and no haul for the first one yet. So that's what this one is going to be. So I'm just going to get straight into it because I do have a decent amount of stuff to go through. So the first thing I have on my list is this little guy right here. This is just a little plush. This is actually based off of a book. It maybe it's also a movie, I'm not entirely sure, called The Snowman. This here is by the brand Eden. And if you guys have been watching all of my videos, you know I have sold plushies by the Eden brand, some vintage plushies before in the past for really good decent money. So this guy here, if you would ever find him as a large plush, those ones sell for a very good amount. This one is on the smaller side, so he's not worth as much. I'm pretty sure I paid $1.25 or 50 cents for him, and I listed him up as a buy it now for $19.99, so not a whole lot, but when I saw him, I had him in my mind because I knew that he was worth money, but upon further inspection, it is the larger plushies of this little snowman guy. So he'll just have like a little green hat and a scarf on, but just, you know, a much larger size. This one's about the size of my head, so just think a larger scale if you see one. But even if you find him for $1.25, if I do sell him for $19.99, that's still really awesome. Next we have a vintage doll. I found this at a yard sale. I think I paid $5 for this. It's still brand new in the box, sealed. It's very hard, I think, 1, to find vintage toys, and 2, to find them still in their original packaging. That's awesome. This one is from 1987. It's called Dolly Surprise. And this one's actually named Polly Surprise. So she's the redhead. So she, I feel like, would be maybe a little bit harder to find. I feel like with these dolls, the blondes would be the ones that would sell the first, you know what I mean? So there's Holly Surprise, Molly Surprise, Lolly Surprise, and Polly Surprise. So those are all of the dolls that were available in this line. So basically, I think when you move her arm, I never had one of these, but when you move her arm, her hair goes up and down, so it can be like a shorter length or a longer length type of thing. So her hair really grows. I thought this was really cute. So I picked that up for $5, and I listed her for, I didn't even write it down. I listed her for a buy it now of $39.99. So I'm not quite sure how fast she'll go, just because I don't know if these dolls were like super popular back in the day or not. Like I said, I didn't have one, so I must not have wanted one kind of thing. So we'll see. Alright, so at that same yard sale, and I didn't really show a whole lot of me going through it. I was like letting Eric like look the stuff up while I was continuing to record stuff at the yard sale, but there was a blanket filled with these Christmas Town kind of pieces, and they were by Lemax, and they had $3 to $5 on each piece, and that's a really good deal. Some of the Christmas Towns can definitely sell well, so we went ahead and we bought all of the Lemax ones. They're called Carole Town is the name of the like Christmas village basically. So we got all of them. I'm going to go through each one. I'll try to do it quickly because there is a lot. So these ones here, like the larger ones, were probably $5, and then the smaller ones were probably $3. So this one is called the Joneses School, and it is from 2013. Some of these are definitely worth more than others. I guess it depends on which ones are a little more rare, harder to find, that type of thing. So this one I do have listed on the higher side. I have it listed as a buy it now for $69.99, and that's based off others listed and what has sold before around that price point. So that's what I went with this. So this one just lights up, like it has a bulb inside and, you know, just lights up kind of thing. This next one is called Matt's Cycle Shop. So it looks like a, you know, motorcycle garage shop. This one is also from 2013. Also probably paid about $5 for it. And this one I listed as a buy it now for $39.99. This one here was probably one of the $3 ones. It's just a little smaller one. That bicycle shop also lights up. This one here actually swings. It's called Swinging Free, and it has a boy and a girl kind of like on a swing set. So this one I listed as a buy it now for $39.99 as well. Someone has the same one listed for $45, so I went a little bit cheaper on mine. This was also probably a $3 one. This is called Boys vs. Girls. So this one moves as well. It is animated. They do move back and forth like they're playing tug of war. So this one here I have as a buy it now also of $39.99. This one again, probably a $3 one. It's called Christmas Trees for Sale. So it's like got a little Christmas tree lot and a camper beside it, and the lights and the star light up on this one here. And this one I have listed as a buy it now for $29.99. This one also probably a $3 one. It's called Ready to Launch. So it's like a snowy hill with kids going down the sled. And the ones at the top, it does move, like it looks like the child is pushing the sled forward. So that's really cute. This one I have listed as a buy it now for $39.99. This one would have been a $5 one. This one's really cute. I love it. It's called the Child's Wonder Candy Shop. So it kind of has like a 3D look to it. Like you can see through the windows on the rooms here on the sides. And I do think it also lights up as well. So this one here I have listed as a buy it now for $49.99. This next one already sold. It was a carousel version. No surprise there that this one sold that quickly. I listed this one up as a buy it now for $69.99, and that is what it sold for. So that's awesome. Okay, so that's everything for the Carole Towne pieces. Hopefully the other pieces sell as well. But Christmas is coming, so we'll see how long it takes for them to sell. Next thing I got was this little mirror. I thought it was so pretty. It's just a little handheld mirror. I love the look of it. It kind of looks like a shell, but it has that Art Deco kind of look to it. I'll show you this side, but I don't want to like blind you. But it is just like a little handheld mirror you can like display on like a vanity or something like that. It's good for like checking your teeth or your lipstick or something, something along those lines. I paid $1 for this, and I listed it up as a buy it now for $19.99. It has like a weight to it. It's not, you know, like a cheap plastic or anything like that. Let's see. I also got this purse. I thought this was really pretty. Definitely vintage. It's got this gold beading all over it. There's a little bit of a design there on the front. I know it's a little hard to see, but there is a little design on the front. It has a kiss lock opening, and then the inside does have a chain. Now the chain does need repair. It goes on this piece here, and I'm pretty sure I have like a jump ring. I could fix this, but I'm not quite sure where it's at. So I listed it as is. I mean, it is an easy fix if you have a pair of pliers and a jump ring. But you don't even have to use the strap. You could just carry it like a clutch or a wristlet. But the inside is lined in this really pretty, kind of like yellowy, reminds me of butter, silky material. It has a pocket. And it's by a company called Bonsoir. It says handmade in Japan with Italian beads. So I just thought this was a really nicely made bag. I think I paid maybe 50 cents for this, and I listed it up as a buy it now for $25.99. I might have to come down on the price on that, but I don't know. I thought it was a really nice bag, so I decided to take a chance with it. I picked up this set of Nordic wear spatulas, set of 4. So there's a green, an orange, a blue, and a yellow. So these were brand new. I'm sure in like a store these would have been, you know, way more than the $1 I paid. I only paid $1 for them, so I thought that was a great deal. Always need spatulas, especially if I'm baking something and one of them is dirty in the sink. I have another one to use, so I got those for $1 for myself. Let's see, I got this Lady Lovely Locks and the Pixie Tales coloring book. Pretty sure I paid a quarter or 50 cents for this. It is from 1987, so there's only one page in it that has any kind of coloring, and that's just this first one right here. So it looks like that, just the one colored page. So I thought that was pretty good. Typically when you find these older coloring books, they're pretty much filled with colored pages. So it's nice to find them with pages that haven't really been colored in. So I listed this here as a buy it now for $29.99. Some old coloring books can sell really well, and ones that looked like this have sold pretty decently in the past. So we'll see. May have to come down on the price on that, but we'll see. Next I have this pack of, these are brand new, still sealed. They're from, is there a date on these? 2004. These Sony High 8 digital tapes. So these aren't like cassette tapes. These are actually for recording, I believe, video, not, you know, just like music off the radio type of thing. So I think I paid a quarter or 50 cents for these, and I listed them up as a buy it now for $29.99. Some of this older media stuff, especially if it's sealed, can sell decently. So I just don't know how long they'll sit until they sell, kind of thing. This book here, and I am not super familiar with animes and mangas and stuff like that, but I did come across a yard sale that had a couple different mangas, and what I did, this is kind of embarrassing, but I do this sometimes, I took a picture of the shelf with all of the books on, all of these manga books, and I went back to the car and I looked them up. And sure enough, there was one on the shelf that was being listed and sold for a very, very good price. I did pay $3 for this. It's called Love Calm, and this is the first book, I guess, in the series. There were other books from this series, not the whole series by any means, otherwise I probably would have purchased them all. But this one was the only one that really kind of was stand out as far as prices go. So I did list this as a buy it now for $79.99. So people have this one listed really, really high. So probably because it was like the first one, basically. So we're gonna take a chance on that. Like I said, I don't really know much about mangas and things of that nature, but we're gonna find out. All right, this next item is a Brighton piece. This is just kind of like a hard shell. This would be good for traveling or just, you know, using it in your room kind of thing. But it is by Brighton. It has a little bow on the top, and on the bottom it says, "Be your kind of beautiful." And then there is a zipper that goes around here. And then on the inside, it's like a little jewelry box. So you have a place here for rings, and then a place over here for some other pieces of jewelry. So I paid $2 for this. And I listed it up as a buy it now for $19.99. The crazy thing is you can still purchase this jewelry box on the Brighton website, and they have it listed for $50. $50. I'm selling mine for $19.99. So I think that was a really good deal. I got a good deal on it as well since I only paid $2. So I got that. I got a perfume. This is a vintage perfume by Gianni Versace. This was still in its original box. So this scent is harder to find, discontinued obviously. This is what the bottle looks like, and it smells really nice. I do like the smell. Like my mom probably would have really liked that fragrance. So I paid $1 for this, and I have it listed as a buy it now for $99.99. So we'll see how long that takes to sell. I actually got two of these. These are the Body Shop Raspberry Body Butters. They're brand new, still sealed. These are the full-sized jars. When I looked these up, it seems like this original raspberry scent, there is other Body Shop raspberry fragrances, but this original one I feel like is harder to find. There's not many listed at all. So I paid 50 cents for this, and like I said, I do have two of them, and they're both still sealed, both brand new. And I have it listed as a buy it now for $39.99. I found this old strawberry shortcake plastic cup. It just says strawberry shortcake enjoy, and then it has her friends all around it. So the inside, you know, has kind of that look, just that old, you know, it's from the 80s kind of thing. It's a little bit discolored slightly on the inside. I paid 25 cents for this, and I listed it as a buy it now for $9.99. I got these, oh my gosh, these are so cute. I got these vintage little girls barrettes. These are absolutely adorable. This is definitely something I would have worn in like kindergarten. They're blue with a clown, and they have this blue lace and this white lace that hangs down. So they're just little barrettes. So it's a pair of them. And I think I paid 25 cents or 50 cents for them. I put them up on auction with a starting price of $19.99. Just to go from there. If they don't sell, I'll probably relist at that price. Vintage barrettes can actually sell pretty decently. And you can really market these towards all sorts of groups, not just as vintage 80s girls barrettes, but I feel like I put Fairy Kai in my title just because of like the pastel-y colors and things like that. Kawaii obviously was in my title and things of that nature. So, you know, if you're marketing it towards a certain group who would be interested in stuff like this, then you might have a higher chance of selling the item than just listing it as a vintage little girl's barrette kind of thing. So we'll see how they go. I couldn't pass them up. I rarely come across such cute vintage stuff like that, like those little accessories. Let's see, what's next? I have another perfume. This one is a Ralph Lauren Romance. It is missing the cap, but it does appear to be pretty dang full. I paid $2 for this, and I listed it up as a buy it now for $39.99. I was seeing them sell for around that price, so we'll see about that. I got this really cute magnet. So this is a little like rubber kitchen magnet of a barn, and it has these two magnets that sit inside, so you can use these separately as magnets. It's a little cow and a little pig. So unfortunately, I think there was like a little rooster or chicken that sat up here, but I didn't see that with it. So it is technically missing a piece, but when you're looking at it, it really doesn't look necessarily like it's missing a piece. So I paid about a quarter for this, and I listed it up as a buy it now for $9.99. Some magnets, surprisingly, can sell decently, and I have sold magnets similar to this for decent amounts, so I decided to take a chance. All right, I randomly found this laying on a table, and I knew what it was right away. It's just like a little alligator, kind of looks like an inner tube. It's marked Hasbro 1986 on the back, and these actually go to the My Little Pony sea ponies. It's pretty much what makes them float in the water. So, like I said, I knew what it was right away. I decided to get it just because some accessories to vintage toys can, you know, be sought after if people are looking to complete a collection or complete a certain doll and that type of thing. So I paid 25 cents for this, and I listed it up as a buy it now for $19.99. Someone has the same one listed for way more than that. And it does have a decent amount of watchers. So it's one of those things, like, I'm sure it will sell. I just don't know how long it'll take to sell. Same sale where I got the Lady Lovely Locks coloring book. I also found 2 vintage Lady Lovely Locks books. I feel like I never see Lady Lovely Locks anything. I never see the dolls, that's for sure. So I decided to pick up the 2 books. The one is a soft cover, just called Lady Lovely Locks and the Pixie Tales, The Golden Ball. And then this one is a hardcover golden book called Lady Lovely Locks and the Pixie Tales, Silky Pups Butterfly Adventure. So I think I paid about a quarter to 50 cents a piece for these, and I didn't write down what I listed them for. I listed them for buy it now together for $19.99, and they currently have 5 watchers. So I think that they will go at some point. Also at the same sale, I got this book. It's called Space Witch by Don Freeman. I just fell in love with the illustrations in this book. I didn't look it up to see if it's necessarily worth anything, but I kind of just wanted it for myself because I wanted to read it and I loved the illustrations. I do semi-collect vintage children's books, but I definitely prefer hardcover. This isn't a hardcover, but I just couldn't let it sit, so I grabbed that. I think I paid a quarter for it, so I don't have that listed. And then I also took this Fear Street R.L. Stine What Holly Heard. So I've been, anytime I find R.L. Stine books at yard sales, I've just been picking them up so I can compile a lot of them. So I've probably paid like a quarter or 50 cents for this. So that's typically what books cost at yard sales. So I've been getting quite a collection of the Fear Street books, just picking them up randomly at sales when I see them. And as I was like, because I have them in my bookcase right now, I was like, once I have a decent amount of these, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get rid of them, because I used to have them when I was younger and a part of me just wants them back. So it's going to be a little hard to part with them. I've also been collecting the Babysitter's Club books, and I think I'll have an easier time getting rid of those. I used to read those as well, but I was definitely more into the horror related ones, like the R.L. Stine and the Christopher Pikes and stuff like that. So we'll see if I actually sell them after I get a bunch of them, but I've just been kind of collecting them to compile a lot. But that is everything pretty much for this yard sale haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely am really happy with everything that I found. I think I found some pretty good stuff, and I'm glad that Eric and I decided to pick up all of the Carole Towne pieces, especially since one's sold already. That always makes me feel really good, like, okay, we made a good decision here when stuff sells pretty much right away. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.